Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. Goldbelly ships Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garden's famous cakes. So, if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's goldbelly.com, promo code GIFT.
At Lowe's, this Veterans Day and every day, verified military members, veterans, and their spouses get automatic silver status in My Lowe's Rewards with free standard shipping, plus 10% off eligible purchases with no annual limit. It's one way we honor and give back to those who have served and still do. Learn more now at lowes.com/military. 10% discount can't be combined with another offer. Exclusions, terms, and conditions apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes. Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Tuesday, November 11th, 2025, little 11/11. Little Veterans Day action. If you see a veteran, shake his hand. Also, it was Raiders' birthday today. He died about 10 years ago. Anyway, we have a Raider Memorial Day. Well, I do anyways. Celebration of one, I guess, in June when we had to put him down. But the cattle dog lives on forever, and you know how dogs can I don't know. They're innocent, right? And they're loyal. That's the best thing. He was smart as shit. Anyway, not to start off on a down note, but let's get into these defensive grades. That should bring you back up. Kayden McDonald dominates. Sonny Styles leads. Secondary locks it down, so let's get into it. 34-10 win at Purdue. Let's not talk about that last touchdown. Again, still a little salty about that. So is my Bet Online account. Anyway, no drama, no panic, just another efficient, physical, business-like day from Matt Patricia's guys. So let's run through these snap counts and grades. I do have PFF grades here on defense. Looks like they played 26 guys. Wow. So they played 25, we talked about yesterday, on offense. 26 on defense. Remind me, that's 51, right? My elementary school math. So let's get into it here. The defense gave up just 186 total yards, 94 through the air, 92 on the ground. First quarter looked a little leaky, you could call it. Purdue hit some short stuff. The goddamn landscapers are here, so if you hear blowers in the background, yeah, that's why. They love just camping out right in front of my fucking door. Anyway, they moved the chains early, Purdue did, but Matt Patricia adjusted, and it was curtains. Purdue finished the day with 3 of 9 on third downs. They never found the end zone until, like I said, the late one in garbage time against our second and third teamers. So it was another clinic. You feel them out and then shut them down. Ryan Brown, the Boilermaker quarterback, he looked lost. When Ohio State switched to a tighter zone and let the front seven go to work, he really did not get a lot going. This time of possession is the one thing I mentioned yesterday talking about the offense. Same for the defense here. Purdue had the ball for 19 minutes. That's some fucking defense for you. The Purdue drive chart: punt, field goal, punt, INT, punt, touchdown on a 10-play, 75-yard drive to finish it out there. But anyway, up front, let's start up front with the D-line. Kayden McDonald, Edric Houston, they own the trenches. K-Mac continues to look like a first-team All-American. He had 22 snaps, but was purely dominant. Constant interior pressure, strong hands, perfect leverage. He led the defense in grading again. Edric Houston was right there behind him. More active snaps, solid gap control, plenty of disruption, even without the flashy sack numbers or anything. Remember, the Buckeyes don't need sacks. They don't go for sacks. They want to stand their guy up and cage the quarterback and then squeeze him. And then in the rotation, Will Smith Jr., Jason Moore got in for a total of 25 snaps between them. Both look good, especially Jason Moore. We haven't seen much of him at all. He's starting to show that burst that he had back in spring. Freshman Jarquez Carter got some limited snaps, but continues to earn trust as a depth piece. So that's solid. So for not finishing with sacks, they really compacted the pocket all day and eliminated the inside running lane. So I'm going to go A- on the D-line. It's good. Could be better, but, we got, let's see how many pressures we have. Just 6 pressures, but that was not the plan was not to get pressure on him. And no sacks. He was a mobile quarterback, right? So A- for the D-line. Edge rushers. We didn't really talk about them. Let's circle back. Kenyatta Jackson, 32 snaps. Caden Curry, 34. Neither of them lit up the stat sheet either, but they set the edge. That's their job, to set the edge and force Brown inside where the linebackers could clean it up. Curry had a couple strong backside pursuit plays. He continues to grade out well against the run. Zion Grady, he played 15 snaps and looked quick off the edge again. I thought he was going to get a sack or two there. And that's a name to watch as the rotation expands a little bit into November. Then you have Bo Atkinson, Joshua Mickens. They saw some cleanup duty late in the game. Bottom line, the edge play wasn't about flash. It was about discipline. And that's exactly what Matt Patricia preaches, is control the scramble. Don't open those big running lanes for the quarterback to scamper off into. Looking at, missed tackles. 1 missed tackle on the day. That's pretty awesome. That's a great day. Very happy about that. Continuing with the linebackers here. Sonny Styles was the star. 35 snaps, 7 tackles. One of the top defensive grades on the team. He was everywhere. Tight coverage, strong run fits, and great awareness in the underneath zones. He's just always around the ball, and he's a great one. Arvell Reese continues to be solid as the hammer in this group. 32 snaps, active versus the run, and efficient in cleanup duty. Peyton Pierce got a lot of action. 23 snaps, coming downhill, physical. Riley Pettijohn got in the first quarter. If you notice in these games like against Purdue, they're playing freshmen in the first quarter. So you got Pettijohn going in there. TJ Alford came in later with the backups. So this was one of the cleaner games for the linebackers all season. No missed assignments, no busts, just pursuit. And looking at the tackles, Styles, Pierce, Pettijohn, 3 of your top 6 tacklers. So, and again, no missed tackles by the linebackers. So I go A- for the linebacker crew. Now, looking at the secondary, this was a very consistent performance by the entire secondary group. All 4 starters graded out 70+. That's excellent. Nobody gave up a play longer than 15 yards after the first quarter. Jermaine Matthews and IGB both had 3 pass breakups and allowed almost nothing after that early drive by Purdue. Lorenzo Styles was back from injury. He looked fine at nickel, and he needs to be 100% going into this stretch run. At safety, you got Caleb Downs, Jaylen McClain. They were great. Both played 37 defensive snaps. Keep in mind, when we talk about the total snaps, Purdue only had 44 plays. 4.2 yards per play. Yeah, 44 plays. That's pretty good. Downs continues to be the rock in this defense, reading, reacting, closing space faster than anyone in the country, and he's bringing the wood a lot more often. You notice that? He's smacking some guys. Not really known as a big hitter. He's more known as a solid, dependable tackler. But then Jaylen McClain graded out in top 5 on defense for the second straight week, so that's a positive sign. Then your corners, the secondary guys, Devin Sanchez, Bryce West, and safety Fahim Delane. They got late reps that were valuable and held up very well. So that's the benefit of a blowout. You can develop your future stars while keeping the standard high. So corners, I'll go A, and safeties A. Really, it was not a lot to complain about there. So, yeah, big picture-wise, the total yards allowed, 186, 6 of 9 on third downs, rushing yards, 92. 36 of those rushing yards came in garbage time, too, against the third teamers. Passing yards, we allowed 94, but 28 of those passing yards came after the first quarter. That's 3 quarters of completely suffocating that offense. Patricia didn't blitz much. He didn't have to. The Buckeyes controlled the tempo, mixed up coverage, and kept everything in front of them. So it's the definition of a business-like, dominant performance. So if you hold another Big Ten team under 200 yards again, that's A-level performance. Now, I got a little curveball for you. I don't usually talk special teams, but if I do, it's usually bad. This time, I'm going to throw a little credit to the special teams. Shout out to Jayden Fielding, 2 for 2 on field goals. And these were not gimmies, a 45 and a 49. Both are career longs. Huge confidence heading down the stretch. Joe McGuire had 1 punt, and he pinned Purdue inside the 10. That's a win on the punt game. And Brandon Ennis had a couple solid punt returns for 24 total yards. Give me an A for the specialists. That's a good week. And we're going to need these guys to be confident and on top of their game going into the end of November, right? I mean, you can win and lose games. Fielding has been there. See last year's Michigan game. So it's good to have this confidence building up with everybody. But, yeah, this is what championship level consistency looks like. So hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, leave me your grades, and hopefully we'll get through this week. Got UCLA coming to town. Nico's going to have another busted helmet, I think. But we'll get your matchup preview tomorrow. Thursday, best bets. Friday, 5 keys to a Buckeye victory. So stick with us here. And like, subscribe, all the stuff. And we'll talk to you later. Go Bucks.
Hey guys, finding the perfect gift for the food lover in your life is easy. Thanks to Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships America's most iconic foods straight from world-famous restaurants right to your door. So if you want to treat someone to Joe's Stone Crab from Miami, Franklin Barbecue from Texas, or desserts from famous foodies like Ina Garten or Martha Stewart, Goldbelly has you covered. Just go to goldbelly.com and for a limited time, get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's promo code GIFT.
AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first, there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes. Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first, there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. Goldbelly ships Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garden's famous cakes. So, if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's goldbelly.com, promo code GIFT.
AI agents are everywhere, automating tasks and making decisions at machine speed. But agents make mistakes. Just one rogue agent can do big damage before you even notice. Rubrik Agent Cloud is the only platform that helps you monitor agents, set guardrails, and rewind mistakes, so you can unleash agents, not risk. Accelerate your AI transformation at Rubrik.com. That's RUBRIK.com.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first, there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes. Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first, there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Hey guys, finding the perfect gift for the food lover in your life is easy. Thanks to Goldbelly. Goldbelly ships America's most iconic foods straight from world-famous restaurants right to your door. So if you want to treat someone to Joe's Stone Crab from Miami, Franklin Barbecue from Texas, or desserts from famous foodies like Ina Garten or Martha Stewart, Goldbelly has you covered. Just go to goldbelly.com and for a limited time, get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT. That's promo code GIFT.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first, there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes. Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first, there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes. Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first, there, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.